Tommy Boy, episode 19. Got ourselves another big guest this weekend. I thought we had a young Jason Statham when he walked in there.
Young is the word.
That top on it, I was like, something of the Expendables.
I'm getting leaner. I had to wear a tight bit. Well,
Looking
one
good.
of the
You're
old
looking
tops,
good,
one
big
of the
guy.
old
Looking
tops.
good.
Yeah, mate, you're looking great.
Not the oversized stuff there. I'm getting there.
We all know you,
Yes.
Mr. Irving, but
Yep.
would you like to give a wee introduction for anyone that doesn't?
Yeah, hopefully most people kind of know. Well, is that? I don't know. Is that an ego? Yeah, I'm Ross Irving, owner of Irving's Peak Performance Gym, coach, bodybuilder, dad. Don't know what else. Who would say?
Golf player?
Got golfer,
Yes.
Celtic fan.
Celtic man.
Brilliant.
I usually don't put that out on social media.
Years of declining.
You just turn loads of people off with you like that. But I do like the banter with it.
Good, mate. Good. You can't beat it, man. The coaches on the day, you're for it, man. I'm sticking you in for everything you've been up to. So, yeah. They cheeseburgers, man, getting him for JPs. And you're smart. You're caught.
I thought you were saying that like it was someone's bio, the coach's coach or something like that.
Nah, just
I'm
because.
sure that's somebody's bio.
It must be. It must be.
It'll be Ross's tonight.
That's
will
what
be,
that's going to be, the coach's coach.
So obviously, getting you on, Ross, obviously, the real reason you went on this is to do this or that, but I think it's important that we run
That's why I want to
through.
be here.
I think it's important to run through you as a coach. You obviously coach me ever since I've been training. You've been known in the kind of Lanarkshire area. You're now a gym owner. Something that I said we'll kind of delve into that today. How well the gym's grown over the last. You're just opened a year now.
Just over a year. It was a year. Start of May, really.
Quality, man.
Already big changes to the gym.
Forever making changes. Pretty much.
You get the bug for the kit now, ain't you?
Yeah. It's just like JP. He don't stop.
How do you find that? Like that constant. It's probably some a wee bit of bodybuilding. Like, do you feel that you're always just itching for that wee bit more, or is it that you just have you got a vision in your head where you want this gym to be? And
I think it's that. I think it's more like I've got a vision of what I want, and it's probably a big selfish like reason that I'm making all the changes of like how I want it to be for me almost. But I think if I get it that way, then it'll be something that, well, no, JP's is class to be fair, but like there's definitely not in Hamilton.
Aye.
Yeah.
Was that purposeful? Obviously, I trained in Hamilton for years, went to school there. You had David Lloyd when we were younger. Then obviously New Age Fitness opened.
Aye.
But there's never ever been a gym that's like, well, I know the kind of kit's getting really more important and people are starting to grasp how good it is to have good quality kit in their gym.
Aye.
But did you see, like, obviously Hamilton's a massive area and thought, right, I need to put a gym here because I know you're from the area. But
No, I never. I kind of fell in it in a way. Like obviously been coaching for over 10 years and stuff like that, and I was kind of thinking, even though I'm just 34, like thinking, right, what do I do after coaching? Like, can I keep coaching for 20, 30 years? Like, what would be the next thing? So I was like, love to own a gym. Like, it's definitely not what I was expecting it was going to be, but then it kind of snowballed from there. And like, as I became a better coach and done different courses, and you learn about like biomechanics, to me, you learn why other bits of kit are better and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know, that's quite boring for a podcast, but then it's the kind of love for it. And you guys obviously you train at JP's, like, you get around your kit,
I've done one of the workshops, mate. It was class.
You get quite into it, and it's a bit sad how into it you kind of get into it. Like,
it passes down to, no matter if you're working with somebody that's new to the gym. I can train my mum who's just started training, and I know that quality of kit is making her session better.
Yep.
Vice versa, somebody at a high level like yourself, it makes their session better. It's like nobody wants to go out, and you'll probably, I've said this to clients before, like your likes of John Paul or yourself, nobody wants to go out and spend $7,500 of their hard-earned money on one bit of kit. But it's also necessary to set the standard.
Everybody can feel the difference, like no matter who you are. Like me compared to like absolute newbie, like you go on a nice prime bit of kit, like nice Cybex bit of kit, drop all the names, and it's like it just feels good.
It feels
like,
great, mate. That's
whereas
why
you
I
jump
joined.
on the Matrix stuff and you're like,
I joined JP's for that purpose. We've spoke at us before, the Cybex role. Like
Aye.
I came and PT'd a few times with Tony, mate.
Like the Eagle one.
Mostly for how good I was at my job. It was the
VRT
Cybex
with you.
Rolex. So don't talk to me now.
Is it VR1, VR2?
Tier 2.
Aye.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Aye, I know what you're talking about, aye.
Mate, first time I ever felt my back, I think, mate. Other than my mom scratching it. It was, honestly, I was like, man, whoa, what the? So aye, mate, that's part of why the biggest reasons, mate, was that. And then for there, kind of similar to what you were saying, just pure snowballed, man. Like, you know what, I have like a very similar interest in that. I love different pieces of gym equipment and stuff like that. It's great, mate. It is.
How do you feel since, obviously we trained, what would that have been, 7-8 years ago at Extreme? And you used to go, everyone used to,
Aye.
you'd finish your work, I don't think I was still at college then. You would obviously, I remember you used to chat to you when you were down there. You used to finish your PTs, drive into Glasgow,
Aye.
training Extreme,
Is that long ago?
and then eventually East Coast
Probably
Riding.
was actually.
Aye.
Aye, right.
And then that's what you do back then, because it was the only option
Aye.
I had. But it's actually
Aye,
nice now.
You thought that was amazing, and things have like come up so
Speak to-
much. Like
Aye.
not just mine or JPs or whatever. Like you've got like flex unit and stuff like that. Performance gym in Irvine and all that. Loads of them, isn't there?
Hunners, mate, all over the country. Is Summit in Edinburgh, all the rest of it.
Aye,
I
aye,
feel
Murray
like
was at Summit.
all over the UK, isn't it? Like literally everywhere in the UK's went that way with it. Do you know what?
Because down south, like there's ridiculous amounts. But
Aye.
Scotland's kind of catching up now. Like
So I
you're
can
getting
all-
more shadows like me and
Aye.
JP.
More saddles.
That's
You,
it. Like,
your saddles make everybody else's session that wee bit better.
100%, mate. Definitely, man.
Keep being,
That's the
keep being a
comments.
saddle.
that's the comments we get the most. Like didn't realise how much better like kit can be. Like there's people that have came from like
Aye.
pure gyms and don't want to drop any other names of people.
No, I know what you mean. No,
They all
you're right.
own gyms,
Aye.
but like all the kind of commercial ones,
Yep.
and they all love it. So
I think it's good to have, I say it all the time about JPs, like the environment side of things, but
aye,
besides that, Taylor, you've created that, mate. Like, I see that. I've trained in the gym loads of times and stuff like that. I was there last week, mate, and there is that kind of sense of community already that you guys have created earlier too, which must be a good feeling in that sense, mate, definitely.
Did you expect the growth in the place that quick? But you said they're over 400-500 members, or
but it's just over 6 now.
brilliant.
So not done. Probably not to begin with. Like I said, when we started, I say numbers like before we'd even like launched anything, and we smashed that within the first month we'd opened for what I kind of wanted for like near the end of the year, to be honest. So but then very quickly I kind of reassessed that, and then I had like high expectations for what we could achieve, and it's pretty much been on mark for like what I wanted to hit from there.
Class.
Which has been great.
Well, even since I've known you or just coaching with you, you have had high expectations in everything you do, with your learning, your coaching, just across the board. Do you think, we'll talk about this a wee bit more in the podcast, like people that take you serious in the fitness industry, you're somebody that I've seen as somebody everyone takes serious. Do you think opening the gym, everything you've done in the past has now led you to that, of going, well, Ross has opened a gym, this is going to be a good place to go and train?
I think there's definitely been a bit of that for sure. Like, it definitely helped us opening the gym in Hamilton, where I PT'd for 10 years and lived my whole life and stuff like that. And like you said, I'm sure not everybody knew me, but a good amount of people in the area would have knew me and hopefully thought of me of like a decent coach, so that would have helped me. I know there was definitely people that did say stuff like, all right, that he's going to get some good kit because he doesn't want to train in the shit stuff, pretty much. So it would have been a bit of that for sure. So
I think that's everybody that has some sort of like gym habit, that ends up being the initial goal, doesn't it? And then eventually, like, I feel like everybody wants to own their own gym. You know what I mean? Whether it's like a garage gym or public, whatever it may be, like it's always in your head kind of thing.
I think you also, like, you do see the, say, 600 members and the good side of it and the buying the new kit, and what's, for maybe younger people out there that have got that dream, what's some of the downsides as well of going, the pressures of it, costing? Is there anything that you thought, whoa, like, this isn't plain sailing? I think John Paul's makes that as well. It's they're big, long, hectic days, and is there any sacrifices you've made since then?
Definitely a lot of sacrifices more in the beginning, and like I said, like I think most of the kind of groundwork really went in, I would say, really for the 10 years before we opened, like
Yeah.
all that stuff, like the spent in the gym floor, coaching online, all the courses that you've done, like, and it's like building up that reputation for me and even Nicky personally, like getting respected in a sense, like same with John Paul before when he had the gym, when he was opening up the gym. I knew him before he opened up his gym, and we're both quite different journeys because he's really built his up steadily from like a group training facility and then like ridiculous kit now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been one sacrifice. So like, I think for anybody that was going to open up their own gym, it's going to be really tough to just do it like in a whim. Like you just being a random guy going, that place needs a gym, I'm going to open up a gym and whatever, like an Airdrie, I don't know, like whatever it is. And like people getting to know you, and then plenty loads and loads of costs behind you. Probably the biggest difficulty once we kind of this is going to happen was like dealing with like the council and all that, man. Like there is no help. Like you think you're going to find a building, well, firstly you need the council to give you approval for a change of use if it's not already a gym or that kind of what's it called? Don't know, the change of use of the building anyway.
Right, okay, aye.
And all that kind of stuff. Really boring stuff that you just don't get help with.
Yep.
And we were really lucky that our landlord is class and the guy that worked alongside him, so they gave us a load of help. So that would help you if you were going to do it.
Yep.
I'm sure JP's is quite free flowing as well. Couldn't speak for anybody else's, but you need a lot of help for a lot of people. To be fair, not monetary wise, but like they just make things move.
You don't take any of that into account, don't you know? You just think, man, I've got money going.
You fall in love with training, you love it, you coach people or whatever you do, and you think, I could really build this into something. But
and even stuff like people are like, it'd be great to have a gym in there, and you're like, where are they going to park? There's no parking there. Like I know that's so daft, but we're lucky. There's loads of parking right across the road, but folk are like, oh, there's a bigger one there. You're running out of space and all that. But you can't park. Who's going there? Where they going to park? They're going to walk to come to the gym, are they? So
they're also the same people that go, I'm leaving now. I'm not want to walk.
Exactly.
Half a mile to when the pissing rain, but you don't.
I wouldn't want it either.
No, you've got to think of these things when you people don't think of that when they go, right, it's hard thing to find, but you're doing well on that front, mate, so keep doing it for there.
You just need loads of things to align. That's what I think.
And from, like we said, maybe talking about for your younger people there, or anyone that's just kind of going on any journey in any work, do you feel playing that long game is the only way for something of that value to come into your possession?
I kind of feel like the long game's the way to go with everything. Like, no matter what you're trying to achieve, I don't think there's any shortcuts to anything. Like, so if you think about any of what any of us here have done, like it's always the good shit that you wait for. And I know people always stay daft coaching about all that stuff, but like, see, when I've been like either helping clients or helping coaches with their businesses and stuff, like any wee thing, it's always like you need to think about the long game. You're not doing things now to get the payoff next week or whatever. Like you might get a sale here or whatever it may be, but nothing worthwhile is going to come next week. Like it's all going to come like all the work that you're putting in, and it's not just one thing that you're putting in. It's all these wee things that make the difference. Whether it's
seen further down the line.
If you're talking about opening a gym, it's like getting the reputation. You've got to do the courses. You've got to get results with clients. You've got to look the part. You've got to be professional. Like a whole load of other things as well. Like that's one thing I actually notice about you if you're on the gym floor. You always look the part. You're always wearing the stuff you should be wearing. You're always well presented. It's not like you're coming in and like your fucking t-shirts half hanging out and all that stuff. Like you quite often wear your branded stuff and all that. And it makes a difference. Like it stands out, doesn't it? Like you hold yourself well, you carry yourself well.
I think that's, especially see if you go into an environment where you're maybe not as good, what can you control until you are at that level where you're better? So I've always looked to go build my way up in whatever gym I've been in and then get to the point where like same process starts again. It's just continuing to try and improve. But like you said, standards, because if you want the people who do take you serious, the ones that maybe have their own businesses or they do care about their health or well-being, not that it's all about money, but the ones that tend to are willing to spend as well, they notice these things. And like you said as well, I think you put a post up me yesterday saying how you high standards. Like I cannot explain or express to any young coaches out there that people that really know what they're doing notice these things. I think like you've said that to me before, like, oh, I notice you always carry yourself well, and that's what I'm meaning to do. Because there's a lot of coaches out there that don't.
Aye.
and they'll never be in your position if they don't raise their standards, and that's obviously where I'm at. Try to push on and get better. So thank you, I like that. I'll keep my polo shirt on. I was actually laughing because I actually got a white one once.
See you wearing the polo shirt, it's made me think maybe I should get polo shirts for the guys in the gym.
You don't get a tighter polo shirt than that. I had a white one before, and then
you had a white one.
I had a white polo shirt. I thought
Of course you did.
experiment a wee bit. Somebody told me I
Show
looked
me a
like
white one.
somebody told me I looked like a WWE referee, and I just
With the black trackies and that.
and it's been in the fucking in the cupboard for 5 years since then. I've never worn it. It's still pristine.
Walking by to help somebody, man, end up hitting the deck, man, pinning.
So it's all black. You always see me summer, winter,
Yeah, it's also
full black.
with the logo in it. The logo makes a difference.
The logo
Telling you.
definitely makes a difference. You're bagging that.
I'm going to wear it at the dancing. 20-minute fitness.
I'm going to surprise me, mate.
Down
A
eight.
pair
I
of
was,
sliders on. Class.
we were doing angels, and I had the polo on.
Aye, man, you looked the part, so you did. I was so, man, that's me. I'm never coming back there.
Thought I was a bouncer.
Not a wee white polo for you, no?
No, man, I would just look like Tony Soprano in a white polo, mate. No, man, no. I think I've gave the days up. I used to wear them all the time, mate. Fucking belly hanging out the side there, arse crack hanging out the jeans, man. It's
Tuck the jeans in with the belt.
aye, that's what I need. Nah, I do like polos. I do. I just can imagine you in a white polo, like tanned in that.
We'll see you next
Like a big
podcast. I'll
model.
wear the polo then.
Right, okay.
Get it on.
Especially that tan for Saturday.
Yeah, I know. Get a spray tan before it.
Standing it.
Photo shoot.
Oh shoot!
Something
aye.
to maybe talk about. You're obviously up on Saturday.
Yep.
We were talking about this coming up. We actually spoke about this having a couple of pints on Saturday. You've always kind of drilled that into me as well. That for your clients or people you've worked with, again, if you want to have, we'll move on for business and talk about actual physique. Long term, if you want to be the person or the guy, the woman that is in standout shape, how important is it after something like a photo shoot or coming off stage or whatever it may be, a diet phase of reevaluating things and having your time off, but making sure you're still progressing forward? 'Cause I think that's something you covered as a drilled into me if you're working with you. Like, have your couple of days. We all like that wee bit of chill time. We need it for our own health, but if I've got a physique I want to achieve, like you've always said to me, like, right, back to work now.
Aye.
It's
Aye. I definitely think it depends who you are and what you want to achieve and what you want to get out of it. Again, the long game into it, like
Yep.
a photo shoot is just a stepping stone. It's a point into it, and it's what you want after that. Maybe that's the journey complete for you. That's the best look you want to achieve, and it would be a different direction then that maybe we've took in the past, where it's like, right, you need to rein things back in. We need to reverse out of this properly because it's definitely a thing you see a lot of the now into it, and it's. Aye, a lot of people kind of play on and are like, oh, I'm really struggling with my body image, and then they just go on and on and on about that. And I'm like, right, well, what are you doing about it? So everybody struggles with it, like
Yep.
coming off the back of these hard diets, and you've been low calories, and you've been doing loads of cardio and stuff. And I don't know if that's the route you want to go down with this, but like just saying that you're struggling about it isn't going to change anything.
No.
You need to
That's the truth,
look at it from a different direction, and like, right, what can you do to try and change that for you in this moment? Rather than just waiting for something to change and keep eating your feelings or whatever it may be.
What's some advice you would give somebody
I don't know,
coming out?
it is a hard one. Like, I'm not saying it's easy because I said this when I was on the pod. I think I said that in the podcast with Dale. The first time I competed, that was the first time I'd done a proper diet. Like I binged like nothing else. I was going to Asda getting a pack of cookies, and they were finished before I'd even left the car park. I was like, I'll have one, and
I've never done that, Tommy.
I was driving out the car park like, there we go, right, the next one, and it didn't go well. But experience helps for sure.
Yep.
And kind of accepting a little bit that like you can't stay this lean. It's going to be so circumstantial with each individual.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really go, this is what you should do. Like, maybe this is what you should do and this is what I should do. But it just kind of depends, and any good coach will be able to help coach you through it in whatever way that's determined for you. It's not going to be a one size, like coaching isn't. It's not a one size fits all.
That's what I was just about to say. To put my 2 pence in on that, that's what you see on Instagram now. Like somebody coming out of a photo shoot or prep or whatever it may be, and they're going into a reverse, and this is what you should do. And it is so circumstantial. Everybody's so different. Everybody has completely different things going on, etc. having a coach, having somebody to actually guide you there makes the difference. Don't just listen to the first person you see or listen to the general pop on Instagram putting up reels or talking about it, mate, or whatever it may be. And some of the advice could be right for certain people, but detrimental to others, and then that's how others end up in that position. I just can't get out this rut, I'm blah blah blah, I'm stuck doing this, that's the next thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I just feel it's an important time for your own kind of mental clarity as well. Of course, the goal's part, or you've reached the photo shoot prep, it's done, there is going to be this wee decline. We can't expect to still operate like that over time, but if you want to not be the person that then has to sign up for the other photo shoot the following year, then you have to go, right, I'm going to calm myself down a bit, but I'm not going to go down the route of absolutely fucking this, because you do see that reoccurrence, and this is why maybe photo shoots do get a bit of a bad rep. I don't think they are. I think the ability after the photo shoot is what gives you the bad rep, because you just binge out rather than just being, right, it's done. That's what it is. Of course, I'm not going to stay this lean. I'm maybe going to build up a wee bit more. But one thing is for sure, by the next time I do this photo shoot, I'm going to look dramatically better, or I'm going to improve, or I'm going to move into another avenue. But I spoke about this, like doing something for 12 weeks in hindsight isn't a lot. It's not a long time. I would much rather position myself and sacrifice that I actually feel good. I dare say you feel good most of your life. Like, that sounds so much more glamorous than dieting down for 12 weeks to then feel shit, to then fuck it for 9 months. You should be using it as a catalyst to go, oh, do you know what? That was my turning point. And then I went into a building phase, or I kept myself in a nice flow, or I kept my cardio up, but it shouldn't be this. The photo shoot will save me. No, like,
instead the binge lasts longer than the actual diet does.
That's not lifestyle change. That's essentially you killing yourself for 10 photos. I mean, that shouldn't be it. It should be. Maybe I'm wrong there. People might want to do that every year, but I've not trained, and you've not trained for the last 10 years to just make wee tiny bits of progress. What a fucking waste of time.
I've never dieted other than for a show. Like, I've done like a wee mini diet and stuff like that, but I don't know. I'd never dieted for a holiday or anything like that. I know, and it's easy for me to say, like, 'cause most of the time I look all right. Like,
you want to look all right though, mate. I
don't know. It's just,
what do you do?
It's just all about, again, it's totally a different thing, but it's just all about being better for me. So it's like, it's not going to bring me in like doing that wee 6 week before my holiday or whatever. Like, no, I'll just do it and go on holiday. Like,
So do you think that's been because it's not dieting as such, it's more lifestyle?
Definitely. It's when I started this whole, I suppose bodybuilding more kind of side of things, like, it was for a different reason, and it's gradually became a lifestyle. So like, plan to retire for bodybuilding this year. After that, I don't know what my lifestyle will be like. I'm sure I'll carry a lot of the stuff over, but I'll probably be a little bit lost. I don't know how that will change in terms of
High rocks?
Lifestyle. Definitely not high rocks. I know. I'm going to have a wee run. I'm going to incorporate a run a week. I would like to be able to.
I seen you put that on
Imagine me and
Instagram,
Ross running down Strathie together.
No Strathie. I mean, why didn't
It's
you
flat.
run?
That's a good place to
Maybe
start.
it's flat to be fair.
It's the flattest 5k in Britain.
The only two thing you are running after's ice cream van down to Strathie. Don't get me on the two e's.
Be retired by then. I don't know about him, but I'll be sound.
I run every week.
Say it again.
I run every week.
He does.
You do, don't you?
I'll be your running hybrid coach.
We run a week so I can beat my kids. That's what I'll be training for. The school sports day?
Every PCA
That's it.
Holycross High School
sports day. I hated sports day with all my heart. The only thing I looked forward to after sports day was the chippy after it, because it was a Friday, mate. I hated it, mate. So I did. Brutal, man.
I remember at primary we always had like a big, and it was a sports thing, and it was like you would get. It was kind of, I suppose it was in a way like High Rocks. You would get the fit, but you would get the fittest guy. Not High Rocks CrossFit, because it was you'd get the fittest guy and you get the fittest girl.
Yep.
And I know you were only primary 7, but they would have a wee plaque and all that for you, and I fucking loved it, man. That's it.
I want that plaque.
I fucking won it, of course I did. But primary school, I was like, fucking yes.
Ross is going to be looking for the egg and spoon race in this week's CrossFit games.
That's not a thing. No. To be fair, they'll be doing that in fucking High Rocks next. They'll be trying to change the events.
Oh, don't man.
That'd be a bit hard doing an egg and spoon race.
Better not say that in here, Dale. We'll be happy.
You cut that about it.
He had a good chat with me about it, to be fair. He was very open about it. And
the egg and spoon race, man.
I will get used to in a doubles.
What, for High Rocks?
High Rocks.
No,
Oh, I thought you meant
back away, Tony,
spoon
man.
race.
Like, you've been right.
No,
Is there a time limit on that?
Fucking hope no, man.
That would, well, that'd be it. But just get a kilometre run done, that'd be us.
Aye, mate, I would be humped. So I would. Humped.
You'd
What is
done
it you
that
need to
30
do?
just ran
30 kilometres and a...
Oh, I know, man, but
Maybe better than me.
I don't know what that was all about. That was it's not a midlife crisis. That was a young life crisis, man. I don't know what happened there.
Dale inspired you.
It actually was. Do you know that? I just seen him put it up on Instagram. It was a wee bit of a touch to my ego. It wasn't meant in any way whatsoever, but I can't remember. I feel like somebody might have commented on the story or something, and it was something like, "You're mental," and I was just like, "I'm mental." So I'm doing that.
I'm doing it,
So I was phoning him, man, at daft. I go, "Oh, Tony, man, I'm not getting left on this." Aye, that was mental.
We'll move on to another competition. You've got your bodybuilding shows coming this week. This week.
Proper sporting, isn't it? Getting into your pants and some tan.
That's it. Get all the
I'm into
knickers on.
rock stuff. Like,
You are,
aye, this year, aye.
so
Fantastic.
shows are all mapped out. You're getting coached by, I was going to say arguably, Andy Scott, best bodybuilder in Scotland.
Aye, undoubtedly.
Aye, definitely.
Unbelievable shape.
It's ridiculous, mate.
We need a couch in here if we got him
See
on.
when you, it's just when you stand next to him, you're like, fucking hell. I remember when I was training with him last, can't remember what weight he was, but it was like 36 kilos of a difference between me and him. And I'm like, what? And I was telling a client, and there was like 36 kilo of a difference between me and them as well. So,
Monster.
it's just,
People don't, I think, means you get to putting on size is, we'll maybe talk about that, like arguably one of the hardest things to do.
aye.
Because it's like you said, dieting's so, like, it's hard, it's tough, but on a gaining phase, that doesn't last for 12 weeks. That's like a 12 months, 24 months process. That is a long slug. And I would say I would much rather diet over eating food any day of the week because it lasts for that bit longer. But
Aye.
obviously, Andy's coaching you. You've had some great coaches, obviously, over the years.
Was it my first show? No, my first show was kind of me and my pal for uni. He coached me. Andy coached me for the second lot of shows, and then Callum coached me for the third lot of shows.
Yep.
And then
Pro coach? Is it
Callum
aye.
Racetrack, aye.
Aye. Good, mate.
So I obviously just all been different, and then back to Andy now.
Good, mate.
How's that been?
It's been class, aye, it's been really good.
It's the best I've seen, best you've looked.
It's definitely the best I've looked. Like, obviously, it's been a kind of, it's just the process in between as well. Like, taking loads from everybody I've worked with. I think that makes a difference. It's like kind of sticking it out into it. I probably would have got here if I just stuck with Andy in the first place as well. But it's all relative, isn't it? So in the best position I've been in. We're just under 13 weeks out now. The first one.
What show is
and
that?
it's PCA Yorkshire, so it's in Hull.
That's
and
not me done, wasn't
aye, it was actually. Aye, it was.
it? What a place that is.
In the exact same place in Everton.
Is it?
I've been to Peterborough for a show. that's the worst. Hopefully,
Rough.
nobody watching this is for Peterborough. Man, it was for a first timer show. It was mental.
Was it?
Aye, Hull's no bad compared. Aye, so just under 13 weeks.
Anything after that?
Then next week, well, I'm saying I should qualify. Everybody's like, will you qualify? So British is the week after.
Yep.
So every year I've competed, I've got invited to the British and never done it. So I'm confident I'm going to get invited. And
Good.
That's a goal.
That was my plan. Go to like one of the last PCA qualifiers of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Close to the British, stay in, go to the British, didn't qualify.
It was the week after as well, wasn't
I
it?
know.
Aye.
Should have stayed after cheeseburgers.
Fourth place.
Nah, mate.
Scuddy.
No, don't say that.
It's a process. We'll go back to it.
Aye, that's it, mate.
Obviously, bodybuilding's coming up. Something, like I said, over the years you've had some incredible coaches. How important is the kind of standard of coaching to you been for your development?
Oh, massive. Like, I think, like, for anybody who is, like, any coach, you should have a coach or coaches throughout, like, because that's who you learn from. You just become, like, versions of them, because you just take things, like, away from them. You don't take everything. You might take a lot, you might take a little, but you're going to take something from them. Like, you worked with Tony before, you worked with me. I'm sure you've taken stuff with both is.
Yep.
And there's stuff you've not taken because you'll put your own spin on things and all that. But I think that's, get your PT qualification, get a coach, start coaching. Like, that's what to do. Like,
I'll would have learned 10 times more off of yourself and Tony than you would your PT course.
Definitely. Like just learning the process of how someone gets coached when you're getting coached makes a big difference. Like you'd probably be a better coach than half the folk that have just done a level 3 because you've been getting coached off Tony. Like,
I know, mate. I know, and I think I had this conversation, mate. I done my level 3 like.
Oh, I'm forgetting you've done that now.
Mate,
Actually,
I done it ages ago. Like, I done it like nearly a year before I'd started coaching. Then obviously I coached for free for like 6 months, and just kind of found my niche and wanted to work with like people like myself, etc., and blah blah blah. But like the amount that I've learned off you, mate, like it's insane. And every other week I'm always like, mate, I need a hand with this, that next time. But I think I'm not scared to do that, and I know where I'm at. I know where I'm on the pecking order as such, you know what I mean? Where I'm on the ladder, I've still got years and years, like, things to learn, etc., and pick up. But
never done.
Aye, exactly.
It's that whole that you can't rush that either, no matter how good your coach is.
It's just skinning the game into it, time in the game, like, and you having Tony there, like, for any questions, like, if you're getting coached off of something good, they're not going to care if you're asking them, by the way, got this with a client, do you mind to help me out? Like, that makes all the difference. Like, just run over because nobody knows everything.
Yep.
I don't know everything. Andy doesn't know everything. Callum knows fucking millions, but he doesn't know everything.
Aye.
Because there's been times like when I was coaching with him,
and
obviously he's one of the best coaches in
the
world probably now, or held up there anyway. He would go, I'll go speak to Dean. So my Dean St. Mark speaks to him about things because he doesn't know everything. So
how important is that to, even at that level? It's obviously really refreshing to hear. It's probably what's made him one of the best coaches in the world, to have that open mind. I feel nowadays you get this, like, I've coached maybe 2 or 3 years, I'm the bee's knees. Like, that's...
Done a photo shoot and half a prep and they're like, that's me, I'm at the top.
Aye.
Massive, I think to get to that will be like that, you need to have... Talking about being a saddle with Jim Kit, I think you need to be an extra saddle and like be engrossed in everything all the time, because he probably, if you spoke to him now, like he would say he never had any work-life balance at all, because all he did was coach, fucking learning everything, and it's obviously worked for him, paid off now.
Absolutely.
It's just, again, it's everybody's on a different journey. Not everybody's going to be able to do that or going to want to do that, but you'll be able to get to like that level of knowledge in time.
Yep, that obviously level of knowledge is superior. I mean, world level.
Yeah.
If you are, say, just for our listeners, somebody that's maybe started coaching, new to it, is it an essential process as such, but something that you feel has to be done to become a good coach, whether that's been on a gym floor or, you know, sometimes everybody wants to be an online coach nowadays. And I'm quite big on, see if you can't get results when you see somebody face to face, you're never going to get them online. Because it's about relationships, and
I think it's kind of look, I don't know, like it's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, isn't it? Like I don't know why everybody expects that they're going to be able to like start up their Instagram and be an online coach and everything's going to work out. Like I definitely think there probably is a wee process for like 90% of people of what they should do. Obviously, get level 3 qualified. Like I said, get a good coach that you can learn from.
Yep.
Get on the gym floor, learn on the gym floor. You're going to work with hundreds of different people with hundreds of different goals. You'll get an idea of what you're good at there and then. Continue to invest in your own education. Like, I'll drop them, like, the guys I learned from N10, they were, like, the biggest kind of, I don't know, turning point for me or whatever, the biggest push on. They're a guy, Jack, Hay, and Anthony Barnes.
Jack was up at one of your seminars, wasn't he?
We had them chatting at our seminar last year, and then we had them up doing, the two of them up doing a day with just our coaches as well. They're starting up their own wee business after finishing working, like, doing Mark Cole's education. Like they were running it. I would get involved with doing their stuff, and then just looking at the stuff you want to do from there, like whether it's biomechanics, whether it's going to be female physiology, whether it's going to be more like a main, like, overview thing, like JV University or whatever. All these things are just going to be better. You're not going to do just one course after and that's you're going to fucking know everything. Like,
of course.
And you need to refresh. Like, you're not going to pick up everything from the first time you do a course. Like,
and everything's so changing constantly with stuff.
And back to the point of like people want to jump straight to online coaches. I know 2 we all know them. Calvin and Taylor, 2 coaches that have never worked on the gym floor, who have now became good and they've got successful online businesses.
Yep.
They're the outliers to this. Like,
Yep.
And they are incredibly hardworking. And it's
Aye. Definitely.
big-
Aye, they work their socks off.
something
at
that they two have. They do really well is personal. They've got great personalities,
Aye.
so that they sell themselves on that front, and they've got knowledge behind them as well.
Aye.
Yep.
But I feel like when you're a young guy, we're in this habit of going like, some people want to online coach and they can't even have communication. Like their communication skills are.
Just
short.
because you like training doesn't mean this is going to work. Like,
I've said this before, and I was like, me working in a bar when I was younger, I feel set me up to be a really good coach because I spoke to people that maybe I wouldn't cross paths with. So
Yeah.
when I'm in the gym, I will speak to MD.
and you've learned to build rapport.
Same way, like nowadays, you can go and work you can go and do your level 2 and be in a gym floor. Can I say that? Like being on that, in that environment, you can only get better. You can only meet people like yourself, ask questions. It can only, you put yourself there. I mean, you're bound to get something from it. But like you said, I know you've got your outliers that do really well, but I actually really enjoy coaching 1-to-1 as well. I think it's everybody does. We like that sense of.
I'm sure if you ask the 2 of them, see, like, I'm sure they've trained people in person or trained with them.
Yeah, of course.
They fucking love it at the time because it's good when you get a good person to train. It's fucking brilliant. And even when you get somebody who's really shit to train and you make them good, I used to love that. Like when their form was so bad and like just they didn't move well at all, and then you managed to change these wee things over time, and you look back and you go,
That's what
6 weeks ago you couldn't do an RDL for shit. Like,
you're a coach. I mean, that's your job. Somebody, they're the best clients in the world, the ones that don't have a clue, because they allow you to challenge yourself, maybe make mistakes as well, but then apply it. So that's something. Do you feel is getting lost a bit with the 1-to-1s? Is it?
there probably is a bit, like, because
Well, you're coaching and you're
it's getting watered down now, isn't it? Because fucking everybody's a coach or a PT.
Yep.
So like, it's just a numbers thing. It's like it is with a lot of things. Like, there's probably only going to be so many that have got a real passion for it. You're going to get the ones that are like, I just like training, but they think it's going to be an easy career, so they go to do it. It waters things down a little bit. But you'll be the people in there that have just got pure passion for it, and they want to coach these people in the gym floor. They want to be successful in general. Like,
they stand out.
but everybody's going to. It's a tough one because you're just going to evolve mindset wise. Because if I look at me like 10 years ago, I never thought I was going to be where I am now.
Yep.
So
that's kind of why
I didn't have any kind of drive to be there either.
But if I said to you just now, Ross, 2 people to PT for a week, you'd be like that. If you had the time for it, I'd love that. That'd be great. You'd want to do it. I look at somebody even like Andy Scott.
He's still PTs,
still PTs
because he loves it.
Exactly. Look at Joe Bennett or Brett Contreras, some of the biggest coaches in the world, coaching every day. Okay, they're working with high-end athletes now, but they don't have to be doing that. Why are they doing it? I don't think Brett Contreras charges.
Hardy doesn't either. So obviously, he's doing like there's a lot of.
Obviously, got a huge income coming in as well. He's worth $200 million, but.
There's a guy down south, Michael Goulden. He runs RTS in London.
Yep.
At a PT studio. I remember when I did his course, we were talking to him about if he did online coaching. He said no, because he would need it would need to charge a ridiculous amount of money for online coaching that people wouldn't pay, because people pay so much for an hour of personal training with them.
Yep.
Like, it just would be mad. So it's not worth his time to do it, which is weird because it's a total opposite of like what goes on now. People move online because they think they can make more money. But he's always in that studio, and people pay him so much because he's so good at what he does and has mental knowledge about the body that it's just worked out totally different for him. So,
I feel like that's one of the bigger issues. I can speak maybe not on behalf, but I'm more or less in that position where it's like I'm now just learning. I've now just became quote unquote kind of like an online coach, but I've also took. I'm not just saying this, all the steps that you guys have just spoke about. Like, I'm sure I messaged Taylor, Josh, Calvin, blah, 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 talking about where should I go further for education. I think me and you spoke about it. We were talking about M13 it was. A few of you guys said John Dewett's, then some were like, it's probably too in-depth for you. Like, just at the beginning, you should try elsewhere. I know Dave Callum's one.
I see him.
Aye, mate. Aye, it's really good, mate. It's class. But like the price that people charge is mental.
Aye.
Mate, you were grilling me about no charge, and you were like, you don't value what you're doing. Like, get the finger out, get that changed, blah blah blah. So my rate's low because I know what I can. If you're looking for a low, you can probably get it elsewhere, and it's probably no right for me to date right now. And I'm not going to kid myself on and say, no, I can give you the full world and whatever else and blah blah blah, and promise you something that I can't give you. But the things that I can, I'll definitely puff my chest and tell you I can do that, I can help you with that, etc. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be willing to do that.
People are always investing in the person as well.
Yeah.
So they want, you're buying that person's, they're buying a feeling off you that will come later down the line.
Yeah.
You have the people you work with, in your case, will want what you've achieved.
Mm-hmm.
And that costs something, because like you said, you've just sat and paid for a course to sit and learn.
Yeah.
You paid me, you've gave time.
Yep.
And if you weren't capable, you wouldn't be doing it. Because I'm sure somebody would, in this room, would have said, Tommy, this isn't for you.
Aye.
Like, there's a market for you to do it.
Aye.
So
I think that's the crossroads that loads of like new coaches kind of face though. It's like that when you get first into it and you're like training some people for free, family, friends, and maybe some people that are first inquiring that, and then going from that point of like, right, you've got a good base of knowledge here, but you're at that crossroads of like, when do I charge money or when do I charge more money? Definitely people never want to charge more money, but then you get the extreme end of like we just spoke about, people charging fucking crazy stuff.
I always
man.
find it's the ones that have a real passion behind it that struggle to put prices up.
Aye.
Because it's like they feel that there's an injustice behind it of going, oh my, this is my job and I love it every day. I shouldn't be upping my prices, when I would also argue you should be charging the most because you do have that passion, something that somebody just sees it as like a job or sees clients as sales. I think that you can't fake that kind of love for your job. So it's something that I'd say would charge, because you're essentially changing people's lives. If you do it properly, you can do it well. So nobody ever goes like that and you turn a leaf. Tommy's ever went like that. Can't believe I've spent X amount getting in shape. It's the worst decision of my life. It's never that. It's just,
should I spend it on sausage supples?
about over his time he spent £600 on a t-shirt or shoes or anything like that. So you go, do you know what? I've actually turned my full life around, and now you can make money off that. So there's value behind it. I think that'll come with time, but I think as well, when you are starting out as a young coach, hard evidence I think is the most important thing. Like somebody like Andy, hard evidence, great bodybuilder, one of the best bodybuilders,
results,
great results. Like yourself, why did I invest in you? Because you get results, you take your job serious, you have to build that up. So that's why maybe coaching for free. I did the same. You need a portfolio. Whereas some people want to, that old saying, like you can only buy shite once. So if you've got a big catalogue of all these transformations, all these things you've done well, you can back that up. You know, some like Derek up at JP's, he doesn't even use Instagram. Doesn't do any of it. He's busy all the time, and his knowledge is incredible.
It's class, isn't he?
So it's like,
well, that's it. There's so many things that kind of go into it as well, and it's also like, well, you could be the best fucking coach about and have all this knowledge, but if you can't talk, like you said, you can't talk to people, you've got no charisma, like you can't build any rapport, you're not going to get anywhere either. Like, so you need to like look at, well, like you were saying, like who you want to work with. It's going to make a big difference. You're going to appeal to a lot of people that you're already targeting. And then you've got charisma, you can talk to people, you can build rapport, people are going to like it. Whereas some people, like, see, those people wouldn't relate at all to me. Or like, I don't know, some of the girls in the gym when they're training some older women, they're not going to relate to me. They're like, there's that big bodybuilder looks raging all the time. Like, you know, he doesn't talk about kit. Like, they don't want that.
Nah, I get that. I do, 110%.
Never so broad nowadays, but there's so much room for everybody.
And it's becoming bigger and bigger, like, just coaching in general, that you do get, like, 50, 60-year-old women wanting coached. And same with guys, older guys that want coached, and fucking 18-year-olds. Like, I'd love to have got a coach when I was 18. Like, you'd be, like you see all these young guys around, and they look quality, and they're all natural, and like, you're like, fucking hell, I wish that was about when I was. Instead, you were going on bodybuilding.com looking at 4 sets of 10 and everything. And that's what it was for me.
I was in the sub club.
Sub club.
Like, things have changed a lot since we started training, but
like
massive. You used to write down your macros on a MyFitnessPal, wasn't it a thing?
See, that to me
I never
is
even got to that. I never done it at that point. I never tracked him.
Yeah.
that's mental, man.
To write it in.
That's been my best mate for I started training, because obviously I was obviously very popular by the time I'd started training. That's something I can't tell him to enough, man. Like, yeah, I fucking love it, mate. Track everything in it, man. So I do. But
Track all the pinks you had at the weekend, that?
he can't track my right, mate. Know what I mean?
Leading behind the Angels trying to get the barcode.
We're not sponsored by MyFitnessPal. That's enough. Pit stop only.
I
Pit
know, we're
stop.
tagging on this.
Aye.
So obviously, talking about coaches, I want to kind of, you spoke about how we wanted to speak about clients as well.
Yeah.
You have in-depth amount of knowledge, something that is great for then getting results, it's made you who you are as a coach. But what do you think the client needs to give for that change to happen, which is something that maybe younger coaches need to be aware of, and maybe just anybody listening that wants to make a change? What does it take to get the results that we're all speaking about, or get to the point?
There's probably loads of things, but the first thing that when you're saying that jumps out to me is honesty.
Yep.
If you can't have a client being honest to you, then you're fucked. Like, because yeah, it'd be great if every client that came to you just fucking did everything that you said. We'd all get results, but it doesn't happen like that. People, whether it's subconsciously or not, they lie. And it's as simple as that. So, like, you just need folk to be honest, and if they fuck up, great, they tell you, and then you can resolve it, not to fucking shout at them or whatever, because I think a lot of people think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But to just talk to them about, hey, what was the problem there? How can we do better with that next time? And it's as simple as that.
We've had that exact conversation 20 times, 30 times. I've went to him and I've been like, fucking dreading telling him this, man. You've just been like, what happened that caused you to do that? Or like, what was that? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was.
Because if you're for either side,
Yep.
what good is it going to do fucking shouting at a client going,
Aye.
you're a fucking idiot, why did you do that?
Aye.
But
That's
that's
Nobody
not
wants
going to
to
get anybody anyway.
Nah, it doesn't.
It just makes the relationship worse.
Aye.
And then they're never going to tell you the next time.
Aye.
So, yeah, you might be harder sometimes
Yep.
than others, and you're going to have some tough conversations sometimes. But first time somebody fucks up, you're not going to be going through them. That doesn't make sense.
No, of course not.
Second time, probably no, but you're going to word things and change. That's what it is. It's coaching's just talking to people. And It's no fucking macros and training plans. It's part of it, but it's fucking psychology. I'm no psychologist, but
You say this all the time. You're dealing with real people. You're not dealing with robots. You're dealing with people who have feelings and
it's fucking, especially if you're a one-to-one PT, it's fucking therapy. Like, people
Yep.
people tell you everything, like
Aye.
mad stuff, like you would never expect. Like,
You think most of the stuff's the same.
aye,
The diet plans are the same, the check-in systems are the same, the wee fancy boxes are the same.
Aye.
But this is why character building's so important. You need somebody that relates to you. And somebody might listen to this and go, I just don't get Tony. I like the sound of Ross, I like the sound of Tommy, or they might just think we're all fucking idiots. But you have to
mad
go
chicken and rice
I know.
bastards.
out there. That's how you end up doing high rocks. But out there is something that there'll be somebody that goes,
No, them.
I get that person. Nah, they don't need well either. And I'm like, listen, some of the high rocks boys are serious, Nick.
Aye, for sure. Some of them are ripped to death, man.
But I bet
Because
you
they're bodybuilding for 10 years.
They were either bodybuilding or they were doing strength and conditioning stuff beforehand. 100%. It's no if you're doing high rocks.
I would tend to agree
Totally
with
off
that,
subject,
mate.
but it's
Aye.
no. It's no.
Well, we'll go with that one then. Out of all the styles of training, what do you think? I don't know what one you're going to say, but why do you think weight training is the best?
Well, everybody can do it.
Yep.
Like, first of all, and
Like the physical demands are a bit less as well in terms of not
yeah, everything can be changed to like suit anybody, especially if you got a gym like mine. That's what. Because everything can be suited to every single individual. Like,
Yep.
what if you get Mary who can't go down and do a burpee? She's not fucking doing high rocks. Like,
Nah,
come on.
of course.
And I don't do it for any of these reasons, but there are obviously millions of studies that are all about muscle wastage as you get older and health and all that stuff. It's no run about doing burpees and all that. I'm obviously mega biased towards that, and it'll be
There's certainly I try and find that where I'm quite stubborn when I like to still try running or boxing or doing something. But if I look at what was my bread and butter, what built my physique,
Aye.
it's bodybuilding.
Yep.
It depends what you want out of it as well. Like, I think regardless of who you are, even if you're doing high rocks, strength training, resistance training should be part of your training. Like, if you're a marathon runner, it should be part of your training.
If you're a football player, if it
Everything,
100%.
it's part of your training. People don't want to look at me, sound,
Aye.
that's fine. But you should be doing resistance training.
Aye. See people, this is off subject, but see people that would like, I imagine you as a fed clients like it before. I've spoke to my pals about it and I've burst out laughing. I'm like, shut up. Like, I want to start lifting weights, man, but I don't want to get too big.
Oh, man, that's a bit.
Shut up, man. Give me peace.
That's been a bit since I started training.
I still use that excuse. I gotta get it bigger.
I probably used to say that, and then I started thinking, I'm not getting any bigger here.
Honestly, man.
I want to get as big as I can.
Aye.
And I'm still not there. Like,
That's when the t-shirts get smaller.
that's why I've got the wee t-shirt on today. It's just medium today.
Nicky, where's that top of yours?
Get it in the dryer just to be tighter.
No, I've got a podcast today, head.
Aye, man, it's mental. But I totally agree with that, mate. 100%. That's obviously where my love is, mate, with training. Do you know what I mean? I love lifting weights, etc., man. So it's...
Again, it's the most... Telling somebody that as a client or just accepting it as a bodybuilder, it's the most unglamorous thing in the world, knowing that you might need to train really, really well for the next 3 or 4 years if you want the physique that you keep going like, oh my, I want to look like him, I want to look like him, or I want that physique that she's got. It takes a long time.
Aye.
And you're probably still not going to get there, which is shite to say.
When you
but
get
it's
there, the
way it is.
goalposts have probably been moved. We spoke about this in the last podcast.
Aye.
By the time you get there, you're like, no longer do I want to be that. I want to be that size, or I want to be that shredded.
That's
Do you know
definitely
I
what
mean?
it's been for me. Like, see, if it took me when I started training, I'd have been fucking buzzing to be where I am now. But it's so far away where I would want to be now. But it's...
Which is good, in a way.
I think people kind of get put off because they don't get the results quick enough. I think it's kind of accepting a little bit like, you might never get there, but you're going to be better than what you are.
Yep.
Isn't it? Because I know I'm never going to get to where I want to be. I'm 34, I've been doing this since I was 16, probably shitly for about 8 years of that. It's not going to happen now. But fine, I'm content with that. And
You find bodybuilding, or even just like body image, it's through social media and everything else, it's probably never been higher.
Aye.
Like the negative side of it. Do you feel accepting that and going, I just want that process of getting better?
Aye.
Has been important? Because if I was to ask you, are you happy in where your physique and where your body is, of course, you'll have periods of trying to get better, but overall, can you take off your top, look in the mirror as a guy and go, oh, do you know what, I'm actually quite proud of that?
I kind of love that conversation topic more now than ever, because when I was younger, I was massively self-confident, and probably everybody is to an extent, even me still. And it's just gradually that acceptance, and yeah, it's changed with me, probably one, getting older, and yeah, changing my physique, but I'm still no where I want to be. So it's just definitely that acceptance kind of side of things, and you can't use that, you can't compare, because our makeups are totally different. Like, even just like limb lengths and all that, and what the sizes of joints are going to, like, we lose that coach. Like, see if when he's like 30, man, he'll be fucking incredible.
He's in some shit now, man, isn't he?
Just it's because his makeup, his light, his lines and all that, like, class. I was never going to be like that. My waist is thicker, my joints are thicker and all that.
But then you, again, probably why body dysmorphia and everything else at such a high level, because you do look at like the already genetic freaks, your C-bums, your fucking Andes, and there's hardly any of them in the world.
Exactly.
But we see them all the time at their best on the stages, Olympia stages, and going, holy shit, how have I never achieved that?
Yep.
But there is
I want to look like Sebum. It's just not going to happen, is it?
No. That's, do you know what, if burst somebody's balloon, but you can be so much better yourself and just going, right, well, I want to feel better about myself. Most people don't really want to put in the work that Sebum has anyway, so it's a bit going, right, I'm just going to water that down. I'm at this position and going, right, I'm going to just progressively try my wee bit, try to get better on that. Like you, like, if you had that attitude for day dot of, I'm never going to be Sebum, you would be a lesser version of yourself now.
Yeah.
So it's important to just try something.
Well, that's it. It's like really rationalise it and going, right, I want to look like Sebum. But if you have that like epiphany of like, I'm not going to do that, what, you just got to do nothing then? You're not happy with how you look now. would you be happier looking half of Seaman?
Aye.
So try and be that. Like,
Well, there you go. Positive steps on your part from that decision years ago that you opened a gym. Amazing family.
That's it.
Felt so those positive steps have gave you something. You didn't know what that looked like back then, but you just decided, fuck it, I'm going to just do what I feel right for me, my passion, my love, and whatever's mapped out for you is mapped
as well,
out.
thinking I can. I thought that's it. It's like the whole butterfly effect. If you change one thing, would we be here now? Would we be doing this podcast?
No,
Definitely. Exactly.
I mean, Tommy, if he didn't make these,
because it would have been, if I didn't do that, wouldn't have been coaching you, wouldn't have been on this podcast, whatever. Could have been something you did.
Yep.
You didn't go work in that bar. Maybe you couldn't talk to people. We never spoke in the gym.
Aye.
Fucked.
there we go. What have I done wrong? End up with him, but
I know. If I wasn't glued to the phone to Lee Wong every night, mate, you wouldn't have me here. God bless Lee Wong. No, I'm kidding, man. You're right, though. That's
Don't know
exactly
about
what
Chinese
it's like.
minimum bread, man. Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. Apologies. Actually, just to quickly touch on this, Pit Stop kindly gifted us some ghost hydration samples. But when I was getting some taste testing stuff, there was some other options, mate, but I couldn't get them because I took your feelings into consideration, mate. I wasn't about to pull up here with some cookie dough perform bars or something, mate.
I thought it was a Chinese coming with
No, I don't think I'm getting gifted that, mate, even after the shoot.
what flavour's that?
It is lemon and lime, mate.
It's fantastic.
It's brilliant,
Yeah, it's
isn't
decent.
it?
You finish yours?
I'm pretty much done, eh?
Give me a rating.
They're lovely, man.
Standards of coaching. Obviously, I think since we started training, things have changed a lot, whether that's social media based. What's your views on like where social media is going for the fitness industry? And do you feel like there's been a decline in the quality of coaching to like maybe push more of the kind of social media narrative? And
I don't know. I think, again, the word's probably watered down just because it's like there's so much out there, and yeah, some of it is shite and some of it is good.
Yep.
It's like everything. It's got its pros and cons. I think generally, if we didn't have social media coaching, would it be anywhere near what it is right now? Like, it's probably the biggest driver, but now you can maybe argue it is putting things in a decline, because
is that what people are getting maybe forced to do? Like being a good coach, I think if somebody's looking for somebody to work with, you should be looking for a coach. There's this fine line of going, right, are they good on social media? There's so much to juggle now.
Well, I think that you get loads of people, don't you? Coaches that don't like doing that stuff.
Yep.
And they're like, but it's no me. Right, it might not be you, but how else are you going to get any clients?
Yeah.
Like,
Right, unless you have somebody like Derek, who's how many years in the industry, it's just word of mouth.
I know, but that's it. We talked about it before. Like, there's the rule and there's the outliers.
Yep.
He's the outlier.
Yep.
Do you know anybody else that's
No, you can't.
that's busy with coaching?
How much of your business comes through?
Yeah, all my business comes through there.
Yep.
Or referrals. But you need to be in the game for a long time. Derek's been doing it. How long has he been doing it? 20 years?
Yep.
There you go, 20 years. So he doesn't need it.
Yep.
So he's coming for a time that it wasn't there, but he's built everything up that he just gets referrals, so it's fine.
Aye.
But if you're new, even in the last 5 years, you're going to need it.
Aye, of course.
How important is that? I think
I kind of hate when people moan about it's just no me. Like, too fucking bad.
Aye.
Like,
Make
it's the way of the world. Like,
Yep.
Well, I always look at I feel you've got a kind of, not to put everybody in camps, you've got like educators and entertainers. Like people that are
that's a good way of looking at it, actually.
very good at educating, and you've got some people that are just there to entertain people, like TikTokers like that. Probably very poor quality coaches. What they do well is they entertain, and people might invest in them, but then the quality. So that's try to be in the middle somewhere. Again, I would argue that people that just entertain, I can't take them serious because I've poured my life into this job, similar to yourself.
Aye.
So you want to coach people to your highest standard. Jumping about, making noise isn't going to turn somebody's life around. It might initially get them in the door.
Aye.
And I know Instagram, TikToks, it'll push that narrative. But like you said, a perfect example for all the listeners is play the long game, because over time, you've got that solid reputation. You can't be beat. Whereas eventually, back to that saying, you can only sell shit once. It comes to the point where this guy's having a laugh. Like, he doesn't have a clue about coaching. He's just essentially making noise. Okay, it gets likes, it gets traction, it's pushing what Instagram wants to see. But when it comes to the nitty gritty, you can't provide to me what I need. I need a transformation. I need coached. I need a life change.
Aye.
This is where the likes of guys like maybe us or people that really love it or are getting to love it. This is where we win.
Aye.
And that's what you're up against as well. Anyone that's starting out, you're up against guys that be 10, 15, 20 years who just fucking love kit and love training. And I would argue that industry's probably not for you then, because that is your competition, whether you like it or not.
Well, that's it. It's a fine line of like managing it all and not putting all your time into one thing. Like, you could definitely argue anyway, if you put all your time into coaching or you put all your time into Instagram or whatever, you're going to be shite in one way or another.
Yep.
So you need to wear all the hats, really.
Yep.
You've got to be, people say all the time that you've got to be the coach, you've got to be the copywriter, you've got to be the graphics guy, the accountant, the sales person. Like, so you need to be able to do it all. And if you just don't like doing one thing, well, you better hire somebody to do it. If you've got the ability to do that and you've got the clients to do that, but if you've not got the clients to do that, you're going to need to do it all.
Yep.
So I think you need to kind of embrace the way it's going to an extent. But I get you with what you're saying about like the kind of shit that gets drafted through Instagram, and it's like the hook lines and people just saying stuff that are like mega polarizing just to get views and likes and comments and stuff like that. You're just going to get one bandwagon of people hating you, and then if you can't deliver on the coaching side of the people that do like you, then you're fucked.
You can't shout you're a coach and not have the ability to do exactly that.
Yep.
You can't sell everybody, I'm a bricklayer, and you turn up and you don't know how to build a wall. Do you know what I mean? It's like, say, eventually somebody's going, hey, you get in my garden. Do you know what I mean?
I've made you 10 cups of tea. You're looking at a brick, don't you? Aye, no, you're right.
Sit on an iPad on YouTube on how to build a wall. Donald Trump turns up.
Nah, you're not even joking, but man, like that's like, I don't know if you've seen any of there was a big scandal. It was a US thing, man. But it was like,
We're going to go to Trump now.
no, man, no. I'm not going to get into that, mate. But the chat GBT coaching thing, have you seen this? No. There was this, I'll try and find it and send you it, man. There was basically this thing where like somebody's hacked into somebody's fucking computer or something. It's a coach, it's an online coach in the US. And like, he's went on to wherever he has all their clients and he's logged in and he's got into their iCloud and all that, and it was their chat GBT. And like, the amount of information just like copy and pasted for chat, mate, it was insane. It was a Twitter thread that I found on it, mate, and I was on it for about an hour. I was like, what the fuck? Like everything, bro, meal plans, like them asking him questions, him just copying and pasting the question, putting it into chat GBT, and then saying, make this sound like an American answer, and just copying and pasting and sending it back.
See, to be fair, look, that is mental. You shouldn't be doing that. But relating back to, see if you've not got a personality, ChatGPT will beat you.
Aye.
Like, and that is, it's that
Because it's got
intelligent.
more information.
Like,
Literally.
it is smarter than any is. So this is why, again, you need those skill sets that we spoke about. Like, you have to be likeable. If you have to plug your personality into your computer, wow, what are you doing coaching? There you go.
It's quality if you've got a coach and you're doing macros and you're like, I need some fresh ideas.
Yep.
Just fucking plug it in.
100%,
Fire out
man.
hundreds of stuff to you.
Yep.
It's exactly your macros. Great.
Aye.
It's a
But
tool.
it's still not going to coach you like a person.
No. Definitely
'Cause
no.
Just talk about the line. Lie to chat GPT all you want because you're not going to get anything out of it.
I think a lot of people, again, I'm saying that, and it maybe sounds arrogant or who are you for this standpoint, but I think a lot of people forget there's meta coaching and answering WhatsApp messages and replying to a check-in. And I think that's the illusion that a lot of people are under, that you pay me 150 quid a month and that's what I'll do for you and that's it.
Again, maybe like this, going back to the standards of actual coaching, like the entertainers and the educators, like you have to have enough about you. Like, I'm quite big on, I don't care how anybody acts in the gym about that, but does the persona online match up with who you are in person? Because I think that's really important. Are you able to shake somebody in the hand and talk to them and hold conversation and look at them and do all these skill sets where you actually
just the personality on Instagram.
Do you know what I mean? And you see it in the come to life on Instagram. You see it, they look down at the floor, and I'm like, I'm not saying that's like, yous are terrible for that. I said, but that is something that will need addressed if you want to be really good at this. Because ultimately, you're living a life where you have to walk about speaking to people and being a personality. So get good at it.
It changes as you go through your coaching journey as well. Like, Because when you're first coaching people, no one's a class A client. Like, no one does everything that you do, but like, as you're kind of get better and you get better clients per se that just do everything, they're robotic, your job becomes easier. So like, I've got probably more clients like that than I don't, so it's easier. But like, talking about Callum, there's no way he doesn't have any client that just doesn't do everything. They'll do everything that he says. Easy. So it's like easy as fuck when it comes to that point.
But he's probably sieved through the
but he's paid his dues. He's done all the stuff to get there, and the same with like Andy and all that. Like, the amount of clients that they'll have that will just do everything.
Yep.
So it's like expecting that everybody's going to do everything off the cuff again. I know we touched on that, but it's never going to happen.
It must be a good position to be able to decide, like, because you deserve it, because you have done it for that long, but like, you want to work with somebody knowing that what you're going to tell them is going to benefit them. Like, your information's gone somewhere, it's not gone in one ear and out the other, say so, which isn't always, I get that must not always be the case. Like, some people that will happen with, etc., and there's nothing you can do about that, but the whole side of getting a transformation, doing that for somebody, making somebody's life better, in that sense, must be such a rewarding feeling, and you're only got to find that out by 7 through the shit, probably.
It's not even just like 7. It is in a way 7 through the shit, but it's like changing those people. And
Aye.
And like we'd say, that's mega rewarding in itself.
Yep.
But naturally, like everybody, like, you just want to be better and get better results. And
Yep.
certain people are only going to get so far, partly based on genetics, partly based on upbringing, partly based on their habits. There's only so much you're going to be able to change in a certain amount of time. But sure, you could take somebody from in 5 years along that journey from some crazy changes. But if we're saying point A, B, C, D, if you're picking somebody up at F and taking them to G, that's a lot further on than A, isn't it? So,
Aye.
So suppose coaching's the same as any other job. Like, if you're an apprentice electrician, like, nobody starts something and they're all of a sudden manager, or they're running their own business, whatever it may be. It's like, it's just another thing of there's a progression and like steps to go through, things to get there.
it's exactly like an apprentice, because you're shit at it.
Yep.
And you need to do all the shit
You'll
things.
try to convince people you're really good.
Aye.
Aye.
Literally.
But you embrace that side of it, because it's also really important when you look back at it and you go, "Thank fuck I done that."
Aye.
But I think you had a point that probably a big topic that you wanted to discuss. Somebody like Ross obviously can give his views on it.
I would kind of, when I'd covered everything, and I was saying, like, I would like to touch on Manjaro, Ozempic, all that kind of side of things, mate, because people have, like, no hinted that I done it, because obviously I didn't, because I fucking lost weight before it existed. Do you know what I mean? But hinted that I done it, and I've asked, like,
Who hinted?
Mate, you would be surprised. A few, mate, like, genuinely a fair few. And then, like, folks saying to me, "Oh, aye, so and so said you've used that," and I'm like, mate, what are you talking about? I'm not having it. But I think, based on what we've spoke about today, the long game side of things, etc., I think it's good in the right places for the right people. But I also think, again, just my opinion, that it's been ridiculously abused now by so many other people.
Yep.
And it's like, again, what we've covered in this whole podcast, you want that result next week. Do you know what I mean? But as soon as you come back off it and start phoning up Chinese and going on the phone to Just Eat, it's out the window. And then you've got to be raging, and it's that cycle of, are we back here again? It's like the photo shoot example that we're talking about. You do all this work for 12 weeks, then you chuck it for that amount of time, etc. So I just think it'd be good to touch on it, on like why people should use it or why people shouldn't use it for the right or wrong reasons.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just simple enough. It should just be used for what it was actually designed for. So, like,
Aye.
if you're heavily overweight or you're diabetic, sound.
Yep.
Anything else in between? No.
Aye.
I think the biggest thing with it really is making sure that you're actually changing habits and changing your lifestyle along with it, because you didn't get into that position without your lifestyle.
Yep.
So that needs to change a lot, because you can't stay on it forever.
Yeah.
It's just like a fad diet
Aye.
in a way.
Aye.
So, like, you need to
A
change.
lot more repercussions long term.
Potentially, aye. So it's just, and obviously, I don't know the total ins and outs of it. Like, a lot of the kind of opinions I've formed from it is really from like Nikki and Louise, because they looked into it loads when I think they did the whole podcast on it. So they'd done their proper homework on it. And there's actually there's a girl that comes in the gym, and she developed one of the drugs for one of the companies. I can't remember the name of what one it was. She probably wouldn't want me to say anyway. And she pretty much said that to me as well.
Aye.
It needs to be the right setting, and you need to change your lifestyle at the same time. Otherwise, it's fucking useless, because you're going to use it, you're going to drop all that weight, and then you're going to go straight back to it because you've just come off it and no change then.
You've seen like the social media side of things, people putting up posts like eating shit, and they, I'm on his MPEC and this, and I don't know enough about it to even, I wouldn't even consider giving it to a client. Wouldn't take it myself. I think I've earned what I've got now that I wouldn't even want to do it. But it's always like, I look at it this: who are the people that get in touch with the drugs first? Hollywood actors and bodybuilders. Like, always they're the ones.
Aye.
They don't want them, so don't take them.
Good bodybuilders do a right look into about the drugs and repercussions and all that, and really weigh it up. Like,
but I'm saying, like, there's a lot of Ozempic and Mounjaro has a real negative on muscle tissue, doesn't it? So that if bodybuilders are going to take it, they've been taking that a long time ago.
Is that into like, I don't know completely, but is that no to do with just inhibiting your total ability to eat? Because like, obviously, if you don't eat any protein, you're going to lose muscle. And that's what obviously a lot of people have been doing.
Yeah.
Is it to do with that, or is it actually to do with the drug? Like,
I couldn't even comment on that either.
I just know that like bodybuilders.
Like, I don't know if there's actually any catabolic mechanisms in it, but is it just the side effect of it?
I know what you mean. Like, people just know eating it, so that's how they are.
Because that is like, people are losing a lot of weight, but they're losing most of the muscle because they're not actually eating anything.
Yeah.
You need to, again, it's your habits. You need to cue yourself to, and obviously don't overdo the dose. That, because it's essentially not paralysing, but slowing down your digestive tract. So there's maybe a thing of like, the shit in your stomach is sitting in your stomach for like 3 weeks. Not passing through. So you're not eating, and that's sitting in there. So if you start eating shit along with it, it's not going to be nice, man, is it?
Nah.
Like I'm saying, like, people that do like bodybuilding or want to look like they'd have worked all it out a long time ago if it was really good.
Yeah.
You're just not doing it because I'll say it, you're just fucking lazy. Like, you don't want to do the work. Whereas what evidence have I got to back that up? I had a guy that was 100 and how many kilos?
Too many, mate.
I mean, and now he's lost the weight of a human not using it. So if he can do it, that's just one person out of all the incredible transformations in the world that hasn't needed it. You don't need it either. So it's that, if you're young, if you're fit, if you're capable, like, do the work, because you end up back at square peg in an even worse position. I even look at some people that see this state of their skin, feel like the amount of weight loss they lose quickly. And it's all saggy and horrible, and I go, that didn't have to be like that. Of course there is going to be something when somebody's losing that amount of weight, but you don't have a lot of skin.
We're literally, as in, from you being a coach and me being your client, we're having this predicament right now. 10 stone lighter. Like, 10 stones of a difference. No 2 or 3. Like, 10 stone in 2 years of beating my pan in and trying to get to where I'm getting to. And even still, it's like,
my skin folds aren't that bad. And I think that's a lot to do with one time taking it and lifting weights. Which is essential, as people want to take his MPEC and not do any work or eat shite. Like, what do you think? Like, sit and actually rationalise that. Do you think that's going to work? Or are you just looking for another excuse?
It's never going to be the fairy tale ending in it, no, because in one way or another, something's going to do you over, whether it's going to be health-wise because you're not eating, whether it is going to be the skin stuff.
I was listening to a podcast, and it was, they spoke about it was Chris Williamson. I've done a bit of research in behind it. The positive, when what do you call it, gastric band.
I listened to this too, mate.
Me's operation goes successful. So what they found was, Chris Williamson said that from this study there was a increase in suicidal thoughts after successful operations.
Right.
Because when they looked into and studied it, the people were losing all the things that they kind of held dear. Their food, they couldn't eat, they lost their social side of it as well. I kind of questioned it a wee bit, so I went and found all the studies. What they were I found 6 on it. There was really good studies on how successful gastric band surgery can be for weight loss.
Aye.
But there was a few that were looking at the long term, again, linking back to playing the long game. See, between years 5 and 10, they seen a real decline in their mental health.
Right.
Chris Williamson did say suicidal thoughts. I couldn't find anything to support that it was that going down that route, but they found a huge decline in people's mental health. And it's because what I take from it is they weren't doing the things that make them positively better. They weren't turning up to the gym. They weren't doing these things. They just got a bag fitted.
Yeah.
I wonder if his MPEC will be the next liar of that. We go, I might lose all the weight, but I don't have the confidence. I don't feel good about myself. And you'll scratch your head again going, oh my God, I've been so short. I've lost all the weight and I feel just the same.
Aye. I think it'll be more like a fad diet.
Yeah.
That people will just rebound worse.
Yep.
Maybe not worse, but back to what they were.
Yeah.
Because with a gastric band or sleeve or whatever we're calling it, that's in there.
Aye.
No coming back out.
Aye.
So those things are kind of taking. You actually can't eat, and you're not coming back off it. They're not taking it back. They're not taking it back out. So you could imagine how that is definitely. Why people are feeling that way.
Also, if you're paying for it privately, man, an arm and a leg, mate.
What's that? His MPEC?
Like gastric bands or what. In fact, that's another thing to touch on. I think folks sell it like it's nasal sprays. Like what the fuck? That's mental, mate.
But then also, if like gastric band, and you make all those changes to yourself, and you're not doing anything really to want to change your lifestyle, there's going to be like definitely deeper things going on there. That's probably you need some therapy to talk through why you were in that position in the first place and why you couldn't lose it. Again, it's not going to be my expertise at all, but I'm sure there's going to be a relationship.
You will
there.
get people like that do need, in that case, in-depth therapy. But I feel for a lot of people it is the case where you're just trying to latch on to another fad rather than the work that needs done.
Yeah.
Because we've all done it. And it's not glamorous like we spoke about, but your options are you go through the rest of your life feeling like this, or you have that initial sacrifice. It might be a couple of years, and then you go, wow, what a position I'm in now. I can actually enjoy myself. Because there's not a point in, like you said as well, I enjoy my life. And I think that's come for nearly a decade of lifting weights. Of course, we have times where you maybe look a bit better, you're a wee bit leaner, but overall, it's all pretty good. I mean, like, you can take your clothes off and go, geez, I've fucking done all right.
I'm no against it. I know if I was the size I was when it came out, I know I would have thought about it.
Not with me, you wouldn't have.
Not with you, but like, I mean, if I was, like, if I wasn't at the gym and whatever else, or blah, 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 and I was the size I was and that came about, I would have thought about it. And that's like my worry, is just to be able to tell people, like, you don't need that. Like, that is, unless you do, and and
that's no for us. That is a doctor's opinion.
I'm not necessarily against it, but I think everybody should be under doctor's supervision.
Yeah. And the doctor will pick up on all the other things as well, whether it's they need mental help or does that.
I don't know what the kind of parameters are on them deciding who should go on it, because I feel like sometimes they dish out things like antidepressants dead easy, but I don't know what they're like with this.
What I've seen is people that are morbidly obese coming off like.
So the doctors, so people that are going on it and they're wanting to get down to a size 6 when they're a size 8, they're getting it off market.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pricey.
That's what I mean, in the sense of, like, and that's just my opinion on it. I'm no doctor, I'm not qualified to tell them what you do and you don't, but like, I don't know even an example I'm trying to think of. Just, if you need it, go to the doctors, speak to them about it, and if you gave it, then fair enough. And I think it definitely will positively affect.
Hopefully they are being
so
strict enough with it.
But to be honest, I actually think they are. I do think they are.
Somebody else can get anything nowadays, but
I don't think there would be as many people selling it. If the doctors weren't being strict with it, I don't think there'd be as many people that are punting it. Do you know what I mean? So, not that bad, but get to the gym, innit, man? Just
for us.
Get to the gym.
Just man.
You meet people like us.
That's it.
Fucking walk out. But anyway, enough about the Zempic. I think we've got the only reason why Ross is here really is
It is.
or
Be
this or
prepared.
that.
Hopefully I don't panic. And I'm like, I'm waiting on the curve or the couple of curveballs. I'm like,
There's a few, mate. There's
I'll
a
end up
few.
going, JP's shit, fuck it, no.
As always,
Cut that
we've wrote these out. I'm going to sit with my timer. We're going to rattle through as many as we can.
Oh, so the clock's no on. No.
Now the clock's on.
Bastard.
Timer. When you're ready, Tommy.
Are you
Ross, you
ready,
tell me
Ross?
when and we're going to quick fire.
I'm ready.
Go. Seabum or Arnold?
Seabum.
Atlantis or Nautilus?
Atlantis.
Lights on or lights off?
Lights on.
High Rocks or CrossFit?
CrossFit.
Oatma Classic?
Open.
Missionary or Reverse Cowgirl?
Or reverse cowgirl.
Celtic or Rangers?
Celtic.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
Tailor made or Titleist?
Tailor made.
Boxers or Y fronts?
Boxers.
Chinese or Indian?
Chinese.
Stairmaster or treadmill?
Treadmill.
Haddy or Derek?
Hardy.
Samson or Fitzwater?
Samson.
Big Mac or Mini Fillets?
Big Mac.
Monster
up.
or Ghost?
Ghost.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Pit stop or My Protein?
Pit stop.
Irvings or JP's?
Oh, we're done.
Oh, too funny. Mate, let me just quickly touch on this and all. Why are all energy drinks why are all energy drinks named after something scary? I thought about it today.
That's
I was
a
like,
good point.
Oi them. C4, you get blew up, ghosts, monster. Can't think any other ones you know, but aye.
Red Bull.
Red Bull. I wouldn't like a Red Bull run that was.
Ah, you got a point.
Know what I mean? What's the deal with that? There's something in the advertising we're missing. So there is.
But do we bring out the TNT energy drink?
Oh, don't man, don't
No
that
one
way
of
the
them.
secrets.
No one of
Goes
them.
in it,
Chuck-
TNT.
It does.
Don't want one of them chucked at you.
No, you don't. Aye, maybe you do. I don't. Listen, that will come in time, man. But we have a surprise for the next episode, don't we?
Right.
I think we spoke about it. That's going to be big episode number 20 next. And we are going to give a wee hamper away. So there's got to be a nice giveaway involved. So stay tuned to find out more information.
I'm going to put Ross in the spot. Do you want to add anything to it, Ross?
JP's is giving away.
6 months free for all PTs.
Oh, class, man. Class. But aye, it's been fantastic having you on, mate.
No, he's not
I've
done yet.
thoroughly enjoyed it. He hasn't actually. Aye, sorry.
We have a tradition on this podcast, Ross,
Right.
where we put letters in
Oh no.
and we ask you a question. Some are serious, some are not. Mine are normally serious, so I'll start and then we'll see what.
Serious.
From your experience, Ross, what's a standout thing coaches can do better to get ahead in the industry nowadays?
What we spoke about earlier, especially if you're on the gym floor, professional standards, like be presentable, staff things like show up on time, be fucking not clean shaven, but no be fucking things all growing out everywhere, fucking be trim, have your hair done, look the part, have your iPad with a plan, don't come in unprepared. Professionalism, I think that's it.
Bosh.
Aye.
This just shows that me and Tony don't speak about this before we ask him, because it's not the same question, but mine's is kind of along the lines in a way. What's one mistake you feel you made within your fitness career in any aspect, and what's one bit of advice you could give to combat that?
A mistake? Does that mean I'm perfect if I don't have a mistake?
Not really, no.
There must be a mistake in there. Probably just I can't think of examples, but probably not how I've handled things with some clients, but just probably wishing I was more prepared with some clients in maybe certain circumstances and maybe referred out in other circumstances that maybe I wasn't better equipped to deal with.
Okay.
Do you beat yourself up when things don't go well?
Don't beat myself up, but definitely, probably more so in the past, used to think I should have all the answers.
Yep.
But like we said, nobody does.
Aye.
Obviously, gain more knowledge and you get better and you have more answers. But I definitely, to an extent, I think things are not getting quite the results. What am I doing? But I think anybody that's a good coach should have an element of that as well. So you don't reflect back to yourself and
No. Experience as well. Like, I find that I've been learning that a lot recently. Like, if you've never experienced something, it's hard to then prepare for it.
Aye.
Whereas like nowadays, if that a person with similar circumstances came around, you would have the answer. It might be to send them somewhere else. It might be of just I could fix this for what's happened before. But you find that if you're a young coach, like probably again why it's good to. You want people maybe a wee bit further on in the industry if you're looking for at our level of going right. He's walked the walk. He is now where I want to be. So it's important to go. I'm going to invest in him because he can give me answers that I don't know right now. So
if anything, maybe I would actually have liked to. Probably didn't have the money to do it though. Reach out to somebody to coach me sooner.
Yeah,
and then I'd probably have been further ahead quicker.
Yeah,
but it's probably like even a lot of people that now, even though it's more easily found, but a lot of people think that they know it all, don't they? And I probably thought that I knew it all and didn't know anything. So maybe that as well.
Cool. Brilliant, mate. Love it.
Right. I think that's us.
That is, mate.
Class.
Get up. Big thank you, Ross, for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Hopefully next time we have you on, you've got a couple of PCA titles under your belt.
Hopefully something. Anyways, hopefully something.
I'm sure you will do, mate.
Aye.
I'm sure you will. I'm also sure you'll have a Chinese by the time you're back, mate. So.
Chinese or
There'll be a Chinese.
5 bits of kit bot.
Aye, no doubt, mate.
Probably more than 5.
What a guy, man.
Anything coming up you want to announce for your listeners that's announcing coming into the gym?
No, a couple of things I'm keeping a wee bit of a secret, so we'll reveal them at a later date.
Class.
There we go.
Class.
The Matrix is coming to Irving's.
That's
Matrix.
As always, like, subscribe,
Standout pieces.
code TNT10, or you can jump on to Ross's gym and pick a few bits up. Can I use code TNT 10 in Ross's
don't
gym?
go there.
You know?
Unfortunately, no.
Just go for a day pass and then he's winning there.
Aye, that's it.
Fair enough.
But
All
aye,
right.
brilliant.